Can you hear me specifically? No, no, don't worry. I can figure that out. I got it. Um, you can? Okay, let me change that then. All right, I think we're good. Um,
Hey gamers, what's going on?
yeah, your audio. All right, your audio goes through. We're chilling.
Okay, excellent. Uh,
Just making sure. Okay, I think we're all good.
is the best tag you can come up with two streamers?
Huh?
I'm reading our Twitch for the very first
Our
time.
tags, dude. I don't know, dude. I I just I just came up with stuff.
You went to game dev college. Did they not teach you SEO?
Surprisingly, not really that much. Um, Most of what
So
they teach you is just the game design cycle, I guess I would say, or the processes, not necessarily SEO. In fact, secretly three streamers. Uh,
maybe someday.
you know what? Um, we'll talk about Smurple later. Smurple, we don't talk about Smurple, honestly.
Yeah,
Anyways, yeah, welcome.
yeah. The swear jar was primarily put in place for Smurple. Um. Also, yeah, I wanted to mention. So on the urging of my friend, I uh, I took a look at our about section and learned something very interesting about the little project we've got going on here.
What are we talking about?
Well,
I'm
I didn't write it.
I don't even remember what I wrote on the
Well, you
account.
wrote that we're in a contest to determine who gets to consume the other's flesh.
Oh yeah, yeah, okay. uh,
Looking
yeah.
for a little direction on that one if you want to extrapolate a little bit.
Okay, so what do you define by winning? Let's start with let's interview here. What do you consider
Okay.
victory? What is a win?
Wi- winning at streaming, you're saying.
Are
You're
you saying
saying this
winning at
stream is
streaming?
a no. Is this stream the competition that we're winning?
I don't know. Let's find out. I'm the interviewer here. Okay, I'm asking the questions.
Okay, so I can define winning as literally anything, and that's the contest that
What
determines this
what is
metric.
what does winning mean to you? I need you to tell me that. Also, why is our window messed up? Why are the black bars there? Oh, this is the cutscene black bars. That's why.
Because Skyward Sword is cinematic.
I was like, why are there black bars on the screen? I don't remember those. Anyways, you need
Um,
to. I need you to tell me what you think winning is.
okay, I guess winning in this context, and I'm sorry that this is kind of going to be a really lopsided contest, but I think it has a lot to do with like charisma and natural entertaining abilities. So,
Yeah, it's so lopsided. You should pick something better for yourself.
oh, look at Mr. I'm Rubber and Your Glue.
Well,
Um, well, I mean, I guess we could do cooking, but I've kind of promised myself I wouldn't make a 2-hour cooking stream again.
well, I mean, that actually might come close. Like, I'm pretty good at cooking, you know.
I'm pretty good at cooking now too. So I do Western style comfort food, and you do you're on a forever keto
I
diet.
usually
I
have
guess.
I usually have a typically Asian palate when I cook.
Um, yeah, he really did hit me with the "I know you are, but what am I?" Like this guy is a comedy genius. I could never beat his level of comeback skills, his sharp tongue.
I do have a sharp tongue. I cut myself all the time with it.
Ooh,
Wait, that's a bad thing.
yeah. Maybe you should add a swear jar for yourself, because I'm pretty sure what you just said is demonetizable.
Technically, if you take my words out of context.
So what are we doing in the video game right now? Out
We're
of
talking to Groose
curiosity.
because our girlfriend just turned into a rock.
Oh yeah.
Groose is basically here to comfort us.
So Groose is our new girlfriend.
Yeah, new girlfriend. That's rough, buddy. Yeah. My girlfriend turned into the moon. I think you were there in like small bits and pieces, but we rewatched like a large portion of Avatar: The Last Airbender recently.
Yeah, there was a let's say unofficial Twitch stream that was streaming the entirety of Avatar.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! We watched the true definitive version that the Nintendo, or not Nintendo, Nickelodeon intended for us. Wherever I can't find, I don't know.
It sounds like your main copyright concerns involve Nintendo, because that was a pretty Freudian slip there.
For this unnamed company I don't want to burn bridges with, may or may not have some problems when it comes to excessive copyright stuff.
And this same company might be charging $80 for digital copies of games, maybe. But anyway.
Okay. Real quick, let's talk about that.
Okay, let's
what
talk
is
about
an
that.
$80 game? If you
A
release
game
a
that
game
costs
with DLC on day one, how much does the game cost?
$60.
Does it?
Well, it depends on what the DLC is, doesn't it?
I think
Like,
it's dependent on a game is not dependent on how much it costs relative to other games, but necessarily the value it'll give you. So, I'm not defending this. I think that $80 is $70 is too much. But if it has enough to justify it, like being like that and not having to pay for DLC afterwards, I mean, obviously they're probably gonna have a paid DLC pack later on.
Well,
But
it all depends, right?
yes, but if you release a game with a DLC, you didn't release DLC, you released a game that was split into pieces. I agree.
Yeah,
If you're
that's my opinion on it also.
if you're doing that, then that is the case. But sometimes game companies will sell things that they weren't developing before the game came out as concepts. So a lot of the time you'll see like a DLC pack with like maybe 4 maps or whatever, and those are usually concepts that are not done yet. But a lot of the time the companies don't deserve that benefit of the doubt, particularly because of the way they are. And a lot of the time it's more likely that they already have a good portion of it done, but want to release the game now and sell that later because it just makes more money.
Like, let's say you have a fighting game with a 12-character roster.
Ugh, I hate that.
And you're selling a season pass for 6 characters for $10. That sounds like a value proposition to me, but I wouldn't buy it from the vast majority of fighting games. because they're
The
not
old codger in
trustworthy.
me, I don't like that trend either. Back in my day, game companies used to complete a concept before releasing it. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
with the age of the internet, um, companies have become a little bit complacent with the release it now, finish it later scheme. But it also allows for companies to just plan ahead to increase the longevity of their game by releasing
like
constant content updates. We talked about this last stream when we were talking about Animal Crossing,
like
New
if video
Horizons.
games were if video games were created in 2016, like after the internet, and the very first Smash game came out in like 2016, and they wanted to put the base roster, and then they decided to sub DLC later, wouldn't have had a problem with it. I wouldn't have a problem if somehow Nintendo decided that
Okay.
Smash 64 would get 3 more characters tomorrow. I would pay for it.
um, but like the first like major things when it comes to DLC can be seen a very long time ago, and it has the same concepts, but has only been an ever increasing trend. And I think we're getting to the point where people are sick of it.
I agree. That being said, just to actually talk about Mario Kart Wilds for a minute, um, I think they showed a lot, like a pretty humongous roster as far as modern Mario Kart is concerned.
I'm not concerned with the roster. When it comes to creating content, a roster is the easy thing to do. They already have all of those, or at least they're redesigning some of the models for that, but they already have an existing pool of models that they can use for that.
Yeah.
And if you can't necessarily make the excuse of, oh, they have to remake those models from scratch. They're on like they have new, like more polygons or more textures or higher quality stuff, because a lot of practices now when it comes to using a lot of existing properties from game development typically are reused. For example, Pokemon. For older Pokemon have had the same 3D models but have been upgraded over the years by adding more polygons or adjusting textures, etc. That's always been a practice. So what I'm saying, long story short, is that the roster is huge, but it doesn't necessarily correlate to a massive undertaking to make this roster big.
Well, yeah, but I think it represents a value proposition for the consumer. Like
Yes.
one of the things they used to sell in DLC packs were racers, and they used to sell like 2 in a map pack.
Yes.
And now I can't imagine that you have a favorite Mario character that has appeared in any previous Mario Kart game that isn't available to you.
So
In the
about the DLC pack thing that you just mentioned, usually when a game releases, a large portion of a game's team is moved on to other projects. So usually the teams making these small little DLC updates are small teams. So
yeah,
it's the difference in why they're able to make so many racers for this compared to before. Now I don't doubt that there's a massive amount of effort put into this game, considering that yes, there's a really novel concept, and the amount of work that it would take to make it work properly is immense.
also they have a lot of character skins. The trailer would imply.
Yes, that is actually is impressive, and that's where I think most of the character 3D modeling, the character modelers' work was put into was that specifically.
Now, I want to get on to a slightly less serious but related topic.
Okay.
How long are you gonna spend in the open world Far Cry Mario Kart mode?
If you ask me, 0. I'm not a big guy on that kind of stuff. Have more fun racing across the map than exploring the little details.
So you're saying that when we get our Switch 2s here in June, and we decide to do a stream, you're not gonna go on a romantic beach ride with me on.
It's not out of the question for TraceNDeity. I'm willing to do things that I wouldn't do myself on here. I'm willing to play bug snacks if we reach a certain point.
And let me riddle you this. What game are we playing after Skyward Sword?
Night Trap. You thought you could catch me, huh?
Okay. Yeah, I thought it'd been a little bit since you thought about the title of Night Trap.
You thought you were smooth with that. I already
I,
forgot what he
I,
told me.
um,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh wait, was he
Okay,
telling
we're
us
gonna go
where
fight
to
a boss.
go?
We're gonna go fight a boss.
Okay. I'm so looking forward because it feels like Skyward Sword is entering its final leg here.
Yeah, we have like, we have to go get the. We basically have like 4 mini dungeons left, which are like rehashed versions of the main overworlds, and then one slide puzzle mini dungeon, and then we go beat the game.
I can't think about slide puzzles without thinking of Season of Mystery anymore. Which I'm not gonna, as previously mentioned, not gonna put Ultra on blast while he's not here. But man, that was an interesting experience.
I wasn't there for the slide puzzle. I think I was there for a little bit of it, and I made fun of him because I was talking about Wind Waker's slide puzzle, but that was it.
I guess real quick, I'll summarize since we have an audience. Season of Mystery is a really cheap Square Enix game, like it was $2 on a sale, and it's a mostly a hidden object I Spy type game. Hi, yeah, you're the audience. It's a hidden object I Spy type game that has a plot line centered around a murder mystery that really doesn't have much to do with the core gameplay, but it doesn't matter. But it also has a handful of other puzzles, such as like memory or concentration, whatever you want to call that card game. Match 2. It has some logic puzzles like the fox and the chicken and the grain. That's not a real logic puzzle that's in it, but it's similar ones. And then it also had exactly one slide puzzle that was organizing luggage so a character could move from one side of the room to another. And it was, I would say, if it was in Professor Layton, they would probably give it a 4-star difficulty rating out of 5. But it also was like a real tragedy. Like it was, when we were playing it as a group, the guy who was playing it ended up asking everyone to stop participating because they were giving him directions that weren't working out. And I agree with that choice, but it ended up being a real humdinger.
That slide puzzle. It was. It's very frustrating to watch someone do a puzzle a way that you are planning in your own head, and I get like that's where like backseating comes from.
Yeah, I'm sure all of us thought that we would be better suited to solve the slide puzzle, but ultimately, I'm sure there's more than one solution. A humdinger, you know, a real razzle-tazz.
A woozy, a ding dong,
yeah,
a doorbell.
Okay, hold on. Are you just making them up now?
Yeah.
This is what you get when you get someone born after 2000.
What does that have to do with anything? And also 2001, thank you very much. It's not far off.
But yeah, that was a real experience of a game. I don't want to get into the pineapple. I don't want to get into the elephant in the room.
It's close. It's close.
Are you getting defensive about the objective fact that you were born after 2000?
Yes, I'm not upset. I'm just saying it's close. I don't remember whose room is what. Okay, it's this one.
Yeah, we may be the largest age gap in streaming. If they want to give us our Twitch medal for that, I'll take it.
It's not that big.
It's like a decade.
Not a decade.
I'm 31.
Yeah, it's like 6, 7 years, something like that.
So it's like a decade.
No.
It's okay. You're just a little guy. There's a lot you haven't seen yet. There's a whole big world out there for you.
I've been places.
Oh yeah? The bodega doesn't count.
Screw you, I moved across the country.
Now, I feel like this is going to be the stream of all streams because I feel like Legend of Zelda is wrapping up, and therefore it's taking up not a lot of real estate in my brain right now. So I'm constantly in the okay, now what's happening state.
He's just explaining how he's gonna upgrade our X. While we're on the bird. So about the whole competition.
Yeah,
we were talking about that before.
The competition to eat each other's flesh. Yeah.
So you're saying it's a cooking competition then?
I mean, I feel like that's the only place where it's fair. Like, if we did a competitive Pokemon contest, I would win.
Would you now?
If we did a mediocre 3D MOBA contest, you would win.
Hey. I don't play those anymore. And I'll never relapse. I'll never relapse from that.
You know, I'm gonna dox you in front of our one audience member. Data used to play collegiate Smite. like competitive, like real competitive Smite.
Hey, we were good. And then I had a point where I was like, I don't like this anymore. I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
It was kind of rough because like it was pretty much like one of the few games I played just like all the time when I was in high school, and then doing that just kind of killed it for me. I don't know if it was just because like I grew out of it or if I was just tired of like always having to do it.
Also, okay, I want to rewind unless you have a more reminiscing about Smite to do.
Okay, what's up?
You don't think I beat you in competitive Pokemon?
Why would I ever lose at anything?
Oh, okay, we're going there.
Have I ever lost at like Advance Wars? Have I ever lost at anything?
You've definitely lost at Advance Wars. I'm not gonna say your skill level is greatly lesser than mine, but you've definitely lost before.
It's like I don't know what to say. Like
the Eagle main over here.
Yeah.
Thinks he's good because he plays an S tier character.
Well, I could play an S tier character and win with it. Don't ask what S tier characters I've ever played in fighting games.
I'm trying to think.
I have no horse in this race, but I have Popcorn all the same.
Yeah.
Popcorn.
I mean, that's fair.
Popcorn is not a me food. Not anymore, at least. I'll still eat it though. Like popcorn can be banger if you get it at like a fair or like a movie theater, but like popcorn like from out of the box, I don't usually eat those.
That's not me anymore, Parappa. That's the past.
For a second, I thought you were trying to go into some like Metal Gear stuff.
No, I mean, I could, but I feel like you don't have your David Hayter back, so I don't want to. Oh, that was pretty good.
Started dusting it with Parmesan while back. Yeah, Parmesan actually sounds like it'd be pretty good on.
It's a slightly bitter cheese.
Yeah,
a lot of commercial popcorn.
The butter's sweet, so it's gonna.
Yeah, I was about to say a lot of commercial popcorns, like a lot of other commercial Western products, are sweetened quite a bit. So a bitter cheese like Parmesan sounds actually pretty good.
Yeah, that does sound good. I feel like it would be. Well, no, actually, Parmesan cheese is like comes in like small amounts, so it wouldn't be terrible for you as compared to the popcorn itself.
Oh goodness.
What? I took a picture of myself today, and I look a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that you're remaking the temple that is your body, but
What?
I don't know, man. I feel like the Ho-Oh-Tree life isn't for me. I feel like the Little Debbie snack cakes pyramid in my stomach is kind of the life I want to live till I die at 58.
Well, you could still eat snacks. I still eat snacks every now and then.
Like, I think that's the main. I think if we duel in the kitchen coliseum and find out whose cuisine ranks supreme. I feel like you would win purely because you're willing to use like 2 pounds of butter. Like, yeah, I make food for it to taste good and be full in my belly. you make food to taste as good as possible while being healthy, which is like an unfair handicap, I would say.
Look at that, always needing the handicap. Oh, I have to talk to the lumpy pumpkin. Oh my goodness. I'm not reading today at all.
Yeah, no, we're just kind of. What we used to do Skyward. You know those draw feed videos where they have artists recreate Pokemon from memory or from a vague description?
Yeah.
Let's just try to play Skyward Sword that way.
Speaking of art, I feel like I'm not a bad artist. The problem is like it's something someone who actually is good at drawing would like take like a day to a week would take me like a month. Because for me it would just be erasing and then redrawing and then erasing.
Yeah, my art is the pros. I'm a modern Robert Frost, you could say.
I did because when you go to school for game development, depending on what school you go to, some of them just fill your courses with just unnecessary jargon. Like I had to take a 2D animation course.
But did you take? Okay, so you're talking. I was about to say if you were going to loop it back into having to take a creative writing course, but you're talking about traditional arts, though.
Yes. The creative writing I did not do actually. I did 2D and 3D art. Why is there a tornado at Skyloft? Wait, that's Lumpy Pumpkin I'm going to.
It's just chilling.
Where's the Lumpy Pumpkin again? Which one's the pumpkin?
It's on a.
There it
it's
is,
on a side island. It's not. It's not in Skyloft.
Straight ahead. I know. That's what I'm looking for on the map. What were we on about?
Traditional art.
Traditional art. Yeah. I'm used to be so good at pencil sketching, I couldn't stop doodling on everything, and sometimes drawing pretty decent headshots if I say so, but like the day after I graduated high school, all my passion for just vanished into thin air. I feel like, yeah, in my college time, there was a point where I just entered like a huge depression. The latest I ever woke up in college was like 7 p.m. Yeah, it was really bad. But I feel like I'm starting to get a lot of my passions back. I'm at the point where I don't want to do game development professionally. I want to use my programming skills elsewhere and just do game development as like my own hobby thing. But people say like don't get a job in your hobby, and sometimes they're wrong, but sometimes they're right.
Yeah, I feel you, Deity.
I guess it really depends on what kind of hobby is it, because it might just drive your love for it into the ground. Like photography. Some people say, oh, I love photography, and I hear people talking all the time about how they get a job doing photography, and they spend like only 10% of it actually doing photography. A lot of it is like networking and a bunch of planning and all that stuff. I think I've had to give up on this particular passion of returning. High school for me was a teensy bit ago. You've been 4?
You would have been 4 years old.
I've been 4?
You would have been 4 years old when they ended high school, is what they're saying.
Wow. Yeah.
Because you're just a little baby, Dave.
I mean, it's never too late to continue discovering passions. There's a lot of people who, like, much later into their lives,
Matrix level dodge.
What?
just get that I'm a little baby bullet
I'm not
dodge
a baby.
right on pass. What are we
I've
doing in the
lived by
story?
myself for years. I have my own driver's license. I'm not a baby.
I almost filled the swear jar there. Here's a little babby. But yeah. Man, I'm starting to get Night Trap hyped.
Trying to get Night
Trap
hyped?
Yeah, it's gonna be a bad experience. Let's not pretend.
Are you sure?
But I've described it enough times. It's a movie we're gonna be watching over and over again.
Wow, they just rotated Link. They didn't even like make him step his feet.
That slide is so smooth, though.
Okay, we're good now. I just gotta go to the island with the rainbow, and then we do the boss fight.
It's like if Five Nights. Yeah, Link has Heelys. Link is actually standing on top of a Roomba in that cutscene. It's just out of frame.
So
yeah,
go ahead.
it's like Five Nights at Freddy's if it had a 70-minute long movie in it. That's nice. Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine with playing the game until I don't want to play it anymore. Like, I feel like the game, if I don't clear it fast enough, will just wear off. Like how novel it might be, and then I'll just be done with it.
I feel like, as with most things in the Deityverse, Night Trap is either going to become a personal point of passion, or you're going to hate it with a fiery intensity. There's like no middle ground, especially for things as particular as Night Trap is.
Get to play FNAF, and my understanding is it does have 70 minutes worth of background. I'm not even gonna, like, lore deep games like that are the ones that don't give you the lore up front and you have to like game theory your way through everything. I think I'll pass on.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the way Elden Ring presents lore, and by that I mean if you want to learn about people or places or events, you can just do that in the video game without MatPat's help.
Yeah. That reminds me of the Hello Neighbor devs and how they kept like pestering him on Twitter in order to figure out their game for them. He's popping up on YouTube, even for people with no interest in the game. I think I've gotten to the point where I've customized my YouTube page so much that I only usually ever get what I want. And sometimes it's just videos I've already watched, so I have to go searching manually for new stuff.
Yeah? You think you got it cleansed?
Mostly. Yeah, if you like heavily, if you keep saying like you're not interested in stuff, it'll do that to you. Like, I'm stuck with that now. Maybe I'll find a new passion and I'll get like super into it, and that's where it'll go from there, but
I'll get it fixed for you, buddy. VTuber, Oshi, Waifu, Kawaii, Segoi.
Wait, my computer's listening.
I know. That's what I did it for.
So I used to have a software. I used to have a software for Parsec that would take the voices of people coming in from Discord, and what it would do is it would output that as a microphone, and then I could select, like listen to microphone. I would be able to listen to that microphone so that I can hear people, but it won't go through.
Basically Bismarck.
Yeah, basically Bismarck. It would go through so that I could hear them while playing Parsec without the Parsec echo before they made like the new echo cancellation system. And so whenever they said anything, it would count as going through my microphone. And as a result, Google's and Microsoft's services would pick that up. And so I would get ads and YouTube recommendations for pretty much everything that they talked about. And it still happens to me now, even though I don't have that software. So it's just listening to what my friends are saying, and it's like, yes, he likes this too.
Yeah, that's why I dropped the VTuber keyword frenzy there, because I wanted to spice up his YouTube Rex a little bit.
I think I've got them all. You can't beat me on that. Also, this boss fight is actually kind of cool.
So far, it's not very interesting. I mean, spectacle-wise, it's pretty cool, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot going on so far.
We still haven't finished the cook-off suggestion.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a hard thing to do. Like, how do we judge that independently? Do we send pictures to our friends and have them taste with their eyes?
Well, obviously we need judges.
Well, yeah, we need judges. How are we gonna? I think this is a late-term TraceNDeity suggestion because we do need to kind of be in the same physical place for this one.
I mean, it's not that far off anymore.
Well, that's true.
Eye tasting? So let's make whoever makes the best eye candy.
That was my joke suggestion, but what they're saying is the eye tendril came down to you when we were talking about eye tasting. Like he's like, I want a piece.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like a cook-off could only happen in person, and like, do you want to do it like straight up Iron Chef style? You want to get our judges to pick a key ingredient?
I want to watch a cooking show. Do you have any good cooking shows that we could watch?
You've already seen Iron Chef. Have we watched Chef's Table together?
No, I think like the one I only remember is the one I remember is the barbecue showdowns.
No, we did watch Iron Chef together. I remember that you were yeah, that's a real slow cut gameplay moment. I remember we watched the new Iron Chef remake because the guy who cooks with Doritos and $1 beer lost, and you were pretty upset about that one.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah.
So it's the one where the guy made like the walking tacos and stuff, right? It's like they.
Yeah, he made the elevated walking tacos, but he used like actual Fritos and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chef's Table is one I think you'd like. If we got time later, we can start the Chef's Table.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got time. Most I have is I just have like some kind of interview thing tomorrow, and that's it.
Do you have a Netflix subscription?
Yes, I do. You can use
then
that.
we'll have you stream it because my computer setup doesn't have audio at the moment. I'm using my phone and my computer. Yeah.
So wait, you don't have a? Oh right, you're not using a headset.
Yeah, I'm not using a headset.
Are you gonna like start using a headset, or are you gonna get speakers?
We'll probably get a headset, but we'll see how it goes.
What am I doing here? Am I doing something wrong?
Perhaps you use an item of some kind. It doesn't seem like what you're doing is accomplishing anything.
Do I have to Skyward strike it? Nope. Maybe I have to spin attack it? Nope. What am I supposed to do here?
I mean, we have several items we could give a shot to.
Nope. Yeah, I'm all out of ideas.
Claw shot?
Oh, I'm supposed to hit the sides. Okay. I don't think I was supposed to shoot in the face there.
Yeah. Thank you so much for guiding us through this one.
Okay. Yeah, we were on about the headset stuff.
Yeah. But, yeah, I think you'll like Final Table. It's a good cooking competition. Obviously, I've seen it about 40 times, but I really like it. Netflix's competition culinary is not as fleshed out as you would think. It used to be a really big entertainment category back in the early 2000s, year of our Lord after Deity 2, around that period.
Is that what we call AD now?
Yeah. But yeah, around there was a lot of, like, not just competitive culinary, but also just like instructive, like Emerald and Martha and other criminals. But yeah, I feel like Netflix has very little. It has the Final Table, it has the rebooted Iron Chef, it has Great British Bake Off, obviously, but that's more or less. Oh yeah, and of course their in-house produced competitive cooking shows, Drink Masters and Great Barbecue Showdown.
Yeah, I mean, like more cooking shows is just for the better. Like, I like watching people cook stuff. It gives me ideas.
Yeah. I think you'll really like Final Table. So we can watch that later. I would recommend Drink Masters to you because I really like how it's presented and some of the challenges in it, but you don't know how 95% of alcohol tastes, so I'm not sure.
It doesn't mean I won't be interested, I guess. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
think
isn't
I
part
would
of
probably be salivating more over like a cooking show instead of some alcohol show, because yeah, I don't drink.
like I feel like a big portion of a cooking show's enjoyment factor is imagining the mouth taste. Um, we're getting practical. I will say Final Table does not have a ton of practical ideas you can use at home. He's talking.
Yeah, it's the Great Levias.
Uh, hey Gramps, remember Rex, pride comes before the fall.
I okay. Transitioning over to Xenoblade 2. I want to talk about it because I was
Yeah.
thinking about it a while back. I'm thinking Xenoblade 2 is a fantastic story with a frankly terrible presentation.
I think that's where I've landed on it.
Do you like how serious this discussion is being in regards to the reward of eating your co-streamer's flesh? I mean,
I, I think
like
it's a real two
we're
wolf
just merging
situation.
into one at that point. Like whoever wins becomes like the new
Yeah.
being, the new us.
If 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 deity wins, no, if I win, I'm gonna end up on a keto diet. If if deity wins, he's
Four
gonna have a
years of
heart attack
darkness.
instantaneously. If deity wins, he's gonna have a heart attack instantaneously and die right there on the spot.
I like 4 years
feel
of
like
darkness better.
um the but yeah, I mean, I like competition cooking. Maybe someday we'll decide who gets to eat the other one's flesh. Um, I think the real victory is gonna be Deity taking a bite out of whatever I make and then having to go on a 15-minute jog.
I've been doing really good with that. On my like staying on my schedule for working out.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. I think I explained it to a friend, and actually is relevant to what we were talking about before. Where I started because I thought I was literally going to die in the next like few years.
I mean, that's not difficult to understand considering.
Yeah, I come from like a family line that has like generational heart problems. So it's in the family. And so sometimes at night I would feel like my heart like clench up or skip a beat on its own, and it was like, all right, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah. It's a shame because the world of butter is an excellent world, but I do understand.
I was not much for butter even before I started this.
Yeah, you were always a picky eater. I'm kind of surprised your diet wasn't already pretty healthy.
Yeah, my diet was relatively unhealthy because I was I was raised as a picky eater. I should turn the game audio down. It's a little loud sometimes. That's good enough. Okay. Yeah,
I can't believe King missed most of the first part of the stream, man. Wow, how's King gonna be caught up on the lore?
Oh yeah, so now we have to revisit every area. Only certain parts of it are accessible right now. What was I on? Yeah, so, I would say what mainly started helping me there was how, when I moved to, Washington for a bit, I had to I was working 12 hours a day. Um,
This is
and
Legend of Backtracking. Skyward, go back to where you just came from.
yeah, some people don't like this part. I think I have to just straight up go out this way. Unless it wants me to fight the imprisoned again. There's still one more imprisoned fight. Anyways, when I moved to Washington, I was working 12 hours a day, and pretty much it was, I had to. Oh yeah, here we go. This is the last time we fight the imprisoned. This is the actually one. This is the actual one that I actually like. And so I had like maybe like 1 hour to eat food for the rest of the time until like maybe like 7 p.m. because I would work from like 8:30 to 6:30 p.m. and then I would be doing remote work from like 9 to 11 p.m. afterwards. And so if I had to eat something that I just had or something I didn't like or anything I could get my hands on, I just had to eat it. And also at the same time I was experimenting with cooking more. And that was when I really just decided to say, all right, screw it, food is food. And I'm at a really good spot now where it's really a thing you have to recover from. Like, when someone is a picky eater, it really is like a lot harder to overcome it than someone who isn't picky might think. Like, I really would compare it to like a phobia or a trauma.
Yeah, no, I understand. Like, I had a work friend who is much older than me, who, after being made fun of about it for the better part of 20 years, decided to do a challenge in like 2017 where they would try one thing they thought was gross every day for like a week. And the first thing he selected was sour cream, and that's kind of where I realized the depth of which you can get to when you're picky is just regular toppings no one really thinks about at all are just unpalatable to you, and I'm like, what do you eat at that point?
Yeah, that's happened to me too with sour cream. He's so fast. I'm just gonna jump on his head.
I think you're supposed to have not run out of those red things in the upper left.
I'm trying. For me, the way, in more specifics about how I overcame it was, when I was making food on my own, I would usually incorporate. Oh, he can throw me off his back now. What I would do now is I would start making foods with just things in it.
Yeah. I think you're
So if
your
I wanted to make
comfort
something
lean-
that had onions in it, like I didn't want to eat onions, I would eat something with just finding a recipe and cook it with onions. And that's really how everything got started in that case.
I think your comfort lean towards Asian food is kind of helpful there because you can stir fry basically anything.
Yeah, that was where it primarily got started because I would say one of the first few places I really stopped being picky was I had I cannot catch him, it's so fast. I started I started eating from I had a jet, not a jet. It was a ramen shop that I was a regular at when I would eat lunch over there. And as you know, you typically put a ton of stuff in ramen.
Yeah.
So, oh my goodness.
I think you need to get out ahead of him, boss.
Yeah. And so when it came to that, specifically with ramen, there was a lot of stuff that I was willing to just like eat from the ramen instead of just the noodles. And that was one of the bigger things that helped me out considerably, was just being, oh my goodness, was just being able to, I can't do anything.
Choose an urge.
If he gets up, I'm gonna be so mad. Oh my goodness.
Oh, we're screwed.
Yeah, it was all the stuff that's in ramen is what really was giving me a hand with that. I'm going to lose.
I'm surprised to hear onions was on the no list.
Everything was on the no list. Like when I was like maybe in like middle school and before, where am I? Why did I fall so far down? Everything was on the no list for the most part. It was almost morbid. I'm going to lose this fight, by the way. I'm going to have to reload the save, most likely. Because I can't even get the first one.
Why do we fall, deity? It's so we can get back up, but I feel like you're not feeling particularly motivational today.
So he's just going to get to the place. I'm not going to be able to stop him. I could probably cheese it if he doesn't actually crawl all the way up right now.
The Bruce is loose.
Oh, that's it. I lost. He's right there. Yeah. Oops.
No, that was some excellent gameplay, deity. I actually was kind of wondering what the game over screen looked like in Skyward Sword, so thank you.
I was frustrating myself with that. That was insane. Yeah, I before like high school, when I started to slowly recover, at least in high school, I didn't eat anything. I ate nothing. I maybe ate like for dinner like white rice and just like plain chicken breast. And
yeah.
for lunch, I didn't even have sandwiches for lunch. For lunch, I just had like plain ham slices and stuff like that. Like for reference on how bad that was.
Yeah, I do recall making fun of you for your extremely vanilla palate a lot.
I think I'm doing a lot better now.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear it. It's better for you and more exciting that way. Time to drink 3 cups of butter.
Do not drink 3 cups of butter.
And just sneak it in. Just sneak. People don't even realize that those pork chops taste good because they were fried in a half cup of butter. It's like sneaking in vegetables, but like the opposite.
Like 4 cups? Oh, butter is not my thing. I will use butter to lubricate like a pan or whatever when cooking, but no, I will not throw butter in everything. I'll maybe use a little bit of butter when I'm making fried rice. You know how they make up the hibachi, they throw some butter in that?
Yeah.
But no thank you with the...
You think you can get that in a styrofoam Starbucks cup? Yes, yes, hello, barista.
Wait, excuse me, I just need to make sure I got that right. You're saying you're suggesting we put butter in a Starbucks cup and we ask them for that?
Yeah, we're gonna go to the barista and ask for a cup of melted butter at the Starbucks. Okay, I guess the extended cut of this question is, do you think they do it?
If they have butter, they would do it. It's their job to, but it would be weird, and it would make for a good story for them to tell to other people, I guess.
Okay, Data, you're a Starbucks barista. You're a Starbucks barista right now. in this imaginary scenario, somebody orders a cup of butter. How do you determine what you charge for that?
I'm pretty sure they have like a manager who's just gonna tell them like, yeah, this is how much butter we're gonna charge you for butter. They're just gonna charge you an arbitrary amount.
Okay. You're the manager now.
Did I pass like the interview question?
You showed a lot of fiscal responsibility there and a lot of inventory management skills that were what we're looking for in the current role. You're the manager now. What do you charge for the cup of butter?
How much butter? Literally 4 cups of butter?
It's a venti. It's a venti of butter, so 16 ounces.
16 ounces. I'm charging like $20 for that.
I mean, fair.
That is $20. You know how expensive butter is when you ask for that much?
Okay, just to be clear, a box that has 32 tablespoons of butter in it is $4.
I might be screwed.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to calculate tablespoons to ounces
How
either,
am I
and also be
supposed
in
to
prison.
stop this? I have to make it there in time. I took like the long way or something. Goose, please.
There's gonna be quite a lot of butter.
Goose. Come on. Big goose. Yeah, this is the cool part of the fight.
Yep.
If you miss here, you lose.
Well, don't miss.
There. Okay. Alright.
So about this venti cup of butter.
Yeah. You said it's like 16 ounces of butter.
Yeah.
That's a lot of butter.
It's like 2 sticks of butter.
Fine, $5.
$5. Okay. I would
I'm
buy
having
the
trouble
$5
I'm not drinking that. I'm not drinking a full cup of butter. I'm gonna throw up if I drink that.
do it for the vine.
Oh, do not do it for the vine.
Hold on, I'm doing a tablespoons to ounces calculation right now.
Okay,
So I can
are we talking about
probably-
ounces or fluid ounces? Or are they exactly the same?
They're exactly the same.
Okay.
Okay, 1 tablespoon is 0.5 ounces. So 1 stick of butter is 4 ounces. So 16 ounces is 4 sticks of butter.
Well, I usually okay, sticks of butter is a little different. Oh no. Yeah. 16 ounces is 4 sticks of butter. I'm charging $20. We're talking about like those big like sticks that are like a baseball bat, like handle thickness, right?
No, it's like the 4-pack that you buy at Walmart. It's 4 of those.
Okay, well, when my family buys butter, we buy like the big container, so I don't have a good estimate here.
Okay, they're like 5 inches long.
5 inches long, and like how thick are they?
Maybe 2.5 inches tall.
Where's my ruler? You know what? Never mind. I know how to calculate inches with my finger. Okay, so you take your index finger, right?
Yeah.
And from fingertip to the first like joint, like where you see the crease on the inside of your finger, that's 1 inch.
Okay.
Anyways. So you're saying that's like 5
Yeah.
inches.
It's like 5 inches long and like 2 inches tall, ish.
That's $10. Final answer.
Okay. I mean, that's quite an upcharge.
You are ordering like 4 sticks of butter.
I didn't walk into a restaurant and order.
And you
4
are
sticks
asking,
of butter
you're
and
asking
stuff.
me to give it to you as like a liquid, so you're asking me to heat it up.
Oh yeah, the Starbucks.
Yeah, you gotta pay the disgust upcharge.
No, Deity, I want iced butter. Can you get me an iced butter mocha?
You're gonna get like a cup full of vomit.
Dude, how are you even gonna get the chocolate shot in my ice buttercup?
Are you gonna taste
You
the
have to.
chocolate?
You're gonna have to drill into the center of my cup of butter.
Well, I'm gonna melt it first and throw the ice in it like that. Oh, this is gross.
Okay.
This is so gross. This is unbelievably gross.
I honestly can't believe you've entertained it to this point. Oh, that was a good one. That was a quality chuckle.
Uh, yeah. My goodness, I'm still reeling from that actually. You were
You're
talking
too
about the
vivid of
drinks.
imagination, man.
You were talking about the drinks
You-
TV show or the Netflix show.
Yeah, Drink Masters.
I think I have a pretty decent understanding of drinks. I wouldn't be like watering at the mouth, like I am with like Barbecue Showdown, but um,
You
to
know
help
what?
you with that reeling sensation.
I think I know. I think I know what I'll have.
16. Oh my god. 16 ounces. Okay.
Like I think the problem that you're having is that your imagination is so vivid that you went from being the barista to being the customer. And you weren't supposed to drink the 16-ounce cup of butter in your imagination. That's mine.
About
You ordered
the
that for
drink
me.
show, the drink Netflix show though. I
Yeah, the
think
Drink Masters, yeah.
aside from me not like watering at the mouth, I think I can understand a bit about it. Um,
Yeah.
like I like mojitos. That's about it. But
He's had 2 alcoholic beverages in his entire adult life.
I've told this story on stream before, but I like mojitos, but I don't like alcohol or mint.
Yeah. But yeah, we can watch Final Table or Drink Masters or either.
Let's go with the cooking
Or
one
both.
first, though.
Yeah, we'll do Final Table first, yeah.
Uh, I still haven't cooked that. Let me find that recipe again. Big
What
Baby 2 with
recipe?
booze. Okay. I learned that I was lightweight. So
Okay.
when I was gonna move to Washington, oh, what's up?
Almost everyone, unless you get the genetic bingo, almost everyone starts as a lightweight. And as your liver becomes less capable of processing alcohol, you become more resistant to the immediate side effects of alcohol.
Okay. Um, what I was talking about though was that when I was gonna move to Washington, my friend brought me to a Korean barbecue with a bunch of my friends because there was like they were gonna be saying goodbye to me pretty much. I was moving on to like a whole different life. Um, and so
I could have, but I want to keep my monetized status.
I wouldn't say you get demonetized for that. What I was gonna talk about with that was they ordered 4 bottles of soju.
Which sounds like a great night for me, because I could do 2 of them
We
by
did
myself.
soju shots every few minutes, and by the
This is
time
one of
I was outside the store, I could not walk straight.
this was one of the most inadvisable things. Like, Deity went from not even like a casual drinker, like a non-drinker,
Like I
to
would drink
slamming.
like the most I would drink was like champagne at like champagne at like a big celebration, like a little thing of champagne, and that's it.
Like, it was actually at least a little worrying that Deity went from a non-drinker to doing more shots than I would have done.
I don't remember how many it was. I remember that they gave me the what was left of it, and they were like, "Yeah, have it." Um,
It was a 2-digit number of shots. I remember that.
yeah, It was like 11. It was around 11. That's what I think I remember it as.
The most shots I've ever done is 16. 11 is a lot.
Can I not go to this yet? Am I? I cannot descend here. Hold on, let me
You're
talk to.
already as low as you can go.
Okay. So even then, I think I just have like a gentle palate. Like I cannot keep anything down. They had for my uncle's birthday, they had like some shots of, I think it was tequila, and I could not get it all the way down without coughing. Like it was burning me. I just skipped all of that.
Um, yeah. There's really no point to me listing out all the times I've had a double-digit number of shots. It starts to lose the adventure after a little while.
Why don't I start with Lanayru? Let's go to Lanayru instead. Yeah, no good.
Oh,
No.
I remember I remember the only time I've ever drank enough that I threw up on the spot. I only have ever done it once in my life. Which is a good deterrent to ever doing it again. But I had just started the job at a captioning business.
Yeah.
Which is they create the words on the telephones for people that are hard of hearing, and part of that process is they use voice recognition software. And in order to ensure quick and accurate captioning, you need to keep your voice clear and concise with well-pronounced consonants and a level monotone.
Yeah.
Which is a practice skill that at the time I could turn on basically whenever, including when I was way, way, way too drunk. So I had this magical superpower that no matter how drunk I got, I could keep my tone of voice level. Which made it very difficult for bartenders to tell when the cutoff should be. And I decided to see how many bar hoppings I could do before someone called me on it. Which was 6. And I didn't get called on it. I decided that I was done, because I was starting to feel very sick. And the last drink I had was a devil's concoction called the Wall Knocker, which was a combination of whiskey, some flavored liqueur, an ice sphere, and I mainly got it because I wanted to get a drink with an ice sphere in it, and a champagne topper. And the menu, despite being so drunk, I don't remember how I got home. The menu had this story about how the person who ordered the Wall Knocker involved him having 2 of them whenever he'd come to this bar, and then anytime he would get up to go to the bathroom, he would slam himself into the wall super hard because of how alcoholic the drink was.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I would say. So, I fucking got teleported home by some magical fairy, and I ended up spending the better part of 20 minutes upheaving the majority of the evening's revelry, and I'm never ever gonna do that again. I was like 21, and that was the line point where I'm like, if I keep doing this, I will be dead long before 30.
Okay, I think no matter where I go here, I think it's gonna... Okay, I think the only thing I've been able to take without gagging is some distinct version of vodka. Everything else just results in frantic gagging. Oh, and fruity drinks that are mixed well. I had to specify the last part.
Yeah, you don't want... The issue with drinks that aren't mixed well is that what you get depends on where the straw is. And if you end up in the alcohol dimension, it's a terrible experience. And if you end up in the fruit juice dimension, you're not getting any alcohol. So that's why they need to be mixed thoroughly.
This
That
is
being
like the
said, I can
Triforce
dwell.
quest.
Oh, did we get the treasure maps?
Hold on, I gotta...
Are we gonna be playing Spleech Kaboom?
Alright, 1 second. Okay, I know where we need to go. Alright, I had to look down and read that.
Also, I can tell you what bar of the 6 in Madison has the best Bloody Mary. And most of them have really bad Bloody Marys, but I did finish my entire cup like a good boy. Or a very bad boy, depending on your interpretation.
Speaking of bars, oh wait, hold on. Sad part is I got the worst surprise about terrible mixing because they're both the good and the bad from the same place. So the
Yeah.
second time around, I just happened to get the crap barkeep. Yeah.
Yeah.
I I don't know a lot about like the difference in how people prepare drinks.
Yeah. If it's blended poorly, it's going to end up in ribbons like you put oil on top of water. And it's going to be the thing I just described where if your straw goes to the bottom of the glass, you're just in Tequila City and you're not tasting any of the fruit juice. Oh, Daddy? Oh, looks like we may have lost Deity for at least a second here. But I'm still audible on the stream value. No, that's okay. I'm sure he'll be back in just a sec. Let me DM him. I'm sure something happened on his end. Though the game is still connected and streaming. Because you can still hear me, obviously. Yeah, I assume somebody walked into his room. I guess we'll find out soon. I guess this is where I start my solo entertainer career. Um, so we're rebranding the channel as Trace N. Uh, no more need for co-hosts. I got all the entertainment you could ever need right here up in the noodle. Yeah. I, th- I think he made a branding mistake by going by a three-letter name. 3-syllable name, rather.
Hey, I'm sorry, I'm back. I had to do something.
Welcome back.
Um, so I was talking about something, but I don't remember what.
Yeah, I was talking about ditching you from our channel branding.
Wow. Okay, so yeah, I was talking about what was it? Oh, bars. Okay.
Bars.
The best. I've never had a drink at a. No, I have had a drink at a bar once. It was a bar at a one of those Japanese places where you cook your own food like in front of yourself.
Yep.
Like give you the meats.
Yep.
Give me a second. Whatever I just helped them with, like it, the scent of it is on my fingers for like that chemical. I'll be right back.
All right. He was born to be in the entertainment industry. I can't think of a more riveting performer than Deity, Winner Deity. I think this is a good opportunity to kind of observe the Skyward Sword play area here at the Sealed Temple. We got the Grusinator tracks, which I assume he had to build by hand somehow. Never really explained where Grus's metalworking and carpentry skills developed, but he made this track. I'm not a big fan of the flat texture that makes this pillar on the right side of the screen kind of look like stickers.
Alright, it's not gonna go away for a little bit. I tried though.
You did really good.
Best. I did have a drink at a bar one time. It was a mojito with lychee in it.
Yeah.
That's why I like mojitos with lychee, because it's really good like that. But I'm from like New York, and like city New York, not like the heart of New York City, but like a city that is bordering New York City. So the best pizza I've ever had was not in New York, was not from a family-owned pizza place. It was from a bar in Washington State. Best pizza I've ever had. It was absolutely fantastic.
Goose is a chuckster now.
Yeah, he's a chuckster. Anyways, welcome to the rehash of this area. I actually like this rehash of the area.
Legend of Zelda Hero Mode available in the base game. Interesting choice.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do underwater now. It kind of removes that whole verticality that you had to run into earlier. So we need to go meet a specific character here. Anyways, yeah, that pizza was fantastic. It had, I don't even remember everything it had on it, but it had, I think it had, like it literally had like small amounts of like breadcrumbs, like the kind you put on like mac and cheese, like a very small amount on the cheese of the pizza.
Yeah.
And it had like a bunch of other stuff like parsley and stuff. Growing intolerance to most things. It's a New York style pizza with roommate. Yeah, New York style pizzas use a lot of tomato sauce. Whereas like in other places, it's a lot of cheese or a lot of garlic.
Now all the pizza stuff is under the sauce, so there is still cheese. It's just not on the surface level. You gotta drill.
Well, yeah, every pizza comes with sauce.
Well, yeah.
I'm saying that
except New York style pizzas have it upside down, where the sauce is on top of the cheese and toppings.
What's the word for the white sauce that can replace tomato sauce? Is that Alfredo? Or am I thinking of something else?
There are a lot of different white sauces
on pizza
that have different names. Yeah. Yeah, Alfredo is commonly used like chain pizza places, yeah. But there are lots of different white sauces you could put on pizza. Like garlic sauce is an example.
Ricotta is way better if you get it in like a pasta, from a pizza place, like a baked ziti. A lot of pizza places, family-owned pizza places in New York, just make also like other Italian cuisine or other pastas. Like you could do. I like baked zitis from pizza places. Okay, so I have to find the dragon.
Now this area is extremely visually appealing underwater.
Yeah, it actually looks kind of nice. Swim to the base of the tree. Yeah, I'm not gonna take my time to explore this because this is a very big area now. It's down here, I think. Yeah, it requires you to remember that there's this hole here.
So we're not doing 100%?
No, we are not doing 100%. 100% requires you to do a bunch of gratitude crystal quests, which take a while, and also collectibles to upgrade all your stuff. And then you need to actually do like actual time spending at the to constantly visit the what's that one shop? The storage shop because the lady there eventually gets feelings for Link, and then there's a side quest for that. There's a whole lot of
Who would-
stuff.
Who wouldn't have feelings for Link? Call me. Wink.
Okay, is it this?
Oh yeah, the new as is tradition at this point, as a disliker of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, they always have to release a Muso game that will make me like the story better. And they did that today. They announced Age of Annihilation, which is the Tears of the Kingdom themed Muso game, which I'm super hyped for because Age of Calamity was a really, really good Muso game.
Man, I never finished Tears of the Kingdom. Maybe playing Tears of the Kingdom would give me a good excuse to enjoy the game on stream instead.
Yeah. I feel like goofing around and chewing the fat can make anything palatable, which we're gonna test with Shenmue.
I, like the Chinese arts of war, have the patience I need to play that game.
I like the Chinese arts of war. Why is Confucius and Limbus company?
We'll find out soon.
This is true. Reminds me, I gotta craft that song. I'm not gonna get into Limbus. That's a dull conversation topic for anyone who's not into it. I just this character is strange.
Yeah, I feel like I am perfectly willing to play Shenmue until I'm not. That's about the best I can explain it.
Yeah, I mean,
It's until I lose my mind on Forklift.
yeah, Shenmue is a real interesting game. Maybe when we get to the credits of Shenmue, we'll find out what the Shenmue is. It's like Dragalia Lost.
Yeah, dude. Dragalia is lost, but it was found. Yeah,
Yeah.
Cygames, and Nintendo, I don't think are ever gonna collaborate again after that.
And that was one of my joke predictions going into the Switch 2 trailer this morning was that they were going to announce Dragalia Lost 2. This time we're not going to break up.
God, I'm pretty sure, like Kingdom Hearts, it is in copyright hell.
Yeah.
Real Shenmue was the friends we made along the way. I'm going to I'm going to make some friends, all right, because I'm preparing myself from the things I've heard about this game. And we're gonna find out if they were designing a game or not.
Maybe Deity's going to end up being one of the Shenmue game of all time enjoyers.
It's entirely possible I may enjoy the game. I cannot say that I am expecting to enjoy Bugsnax in the same way.
Nah, you seem like an Ape Escape kind of guy.
I would love to play Ape Escape, especially on here. Like I would. Anyways, welcome to the mission for this.
Bugsnax is basically Ape Escape. Oh my god, do you have to get this many fish?
Yeah, Reprenu is the name of Link. We named Link Reprenu.
Deity has a very peculiar naming style.
I have a naming habit when I name Link stuff. It's usually just random nonsense.
Yeah, it's just a bunch. It's just the first set of syllables that sounded right. Like, there's no rhyme or reason to it, I promise.
There's one hiding under this thing.
Oh, come on. You should see Deity's Pokemon teams.
No, they're fine. Usually.
You got like Flubis. You got like Flubis and Poobs. Poobs is an actual one I remember.
Okay, Poobs is something that I name like in every game I play. Poobs will be like the name of like a Boobs can sometimes just be the name of my pet if I'm playing an MMO.
I might have to cash in the swear jar if I'm going to be talking about what I usually name Link, but suffice to say, there's worse things than revenue.
How am I gonna get this?
Can you just use the beetle?
I don't think so. I think I have to flip it upside down. But I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do that.
The beetle, flip it upside down?
Yeah, Poobs, Poobz, is what I usually name my pet in like any game that lets you name your pet.
Wait, why not just use the Gus Bellows for this?
Can I do that?
No, it doesn't
I
work.
can.
Okay, great. What do we even have the Gus Bellows for?
To just sit there and look pretty.
That's not gonna be it.
Yeah.
I fell in the water.
Yeah, I know it fell in the water. I'm gonna leave that one alone for now. I'll come back to that one.
No, it's time for the beetle. It's time for the beetle.
The beetle can't go underwater.
Yeah, I can. Believe.
You know what? I think I know something I might be able to use the beetle for. Let's try it. Hmm. I remember, I always have to keep resetting the motion control. I remember when they were doing the oh, I have to come up here. Okay. I remember when they were doing the demo for Skyward Sword at E3. It was a disaster.
Yeah.
They couldn't get the motion controls to work properly during the demo for their prized game.
Oh, we got a bot! Deity, we got a bot!
Oh my goodness! Wow.
We're actual Twitch streamers. We got a bot.
That's incredible. Anyways. That completely broke my mojo. I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Gnarled Half-Life hack.
What?
Gnarled Half-Life hack. That's his name.
Oh, you're talking about that.
Yeah. That's sad because that seems like an actual username. Never give out your passwords online.
I'm drawing a blank. Like I can't remember what we were on about. I
Like,
should
I
really start
remember.
bringing like a sheet to these.
Like flashcards.
Not necessarily flashcards, but like stuff I was gonna talk about, but I might not remember.
Like your past, your present.
My past, my present.
Like, I have a feeling that you are gonna, you're gonna have your Scrooge moment at some point. I want to be your.
You think I'm gonna go through a Christmas nightmare?
Well, yeah, no, I think you're gonna be a jackass and deserve it. But also, yeah, I think you're gonna go through a Christmas nightmare.
Oh my god.
Okay. Let's do a litmus test. Let's find out right now if you're Scrooge material.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Little Timmy's walking down the street with his cane, and he passes you and says, "Well, good evening, Mr. Scrooge. Say, can I have a pence so I can get some soup from the soup kitchen? What do you do?"
He said,
what's your plan?
have a pen?
A pence, a coin.
Oh. I probably don't have any on me, dude. Like.
No, you're super wealthy. You're Scrooge in the scenario.
Now, I'm not gonna directly say no.
Right. But are you gonna
usually my
pay
family
for
and I typically give to beggars on like the streets. So I think I would pass that.
Okay, okay, you would pass that. Oh, maybe you won't. Maybe you won't end up being Scrooge.
Well, let's keep going then. Let's
Well,
analyze
okay,
this.
okay. It's Christmas Eve.
All right.
And little Timmy's father, who has been really at the grindstone saving up the wages for little Timmy's surgery, uh, is asking you for time off for the holidays, even though he's a pinch hitting worker that was scheduled for Christmas Eve. What's your game plan?
Wait, what is he asking for again?
He is supposed to work Christmas Eve and he wants it off.
For what reason?
He wants to spend the holidays with his son, his ill son.
I mean, like, I'll let him, but he's gotta like
I feel like
fix his mistake like later on, because he did say he was gonna do this.
okay. I feel like your visit from the ghost is gonna be really fast and really boring. The Ghost of Christmas Fast is gonna be like, make sure you're itemizing your tax lines correctly.
So you
The Ghost of
want to play like Smash or something? Oh shoot, I have to get them quickly. Okay.
The Ghost of Christmas presents out here. Like, I'm sorry, I'm kind of holding you up from the holiday luncheon, aren't I? I'll make this quick.
All right. I know there's one more.
Well, I mean, I don't think the Ghost of Christmas Future scenario is gonna work, because I'm not gonna fling you into the future where nobody remembers you except for the people you're being mean to, because you're giving your employees unscheduled time off and shit. Like, I don't think the Ghost of Christmas Future is coming. I think you're done. I think you passed the test early, and the Ghost of Christmas Future also gets Christmas off.
I think that would be like a legitimate joke I would actually write if I was writing a parody of if I was writing a parody about like the ghosts, is that like he would be so frustrating to one of the ghosts that a ghost of Christmas Past would show up for the Ghost of Christmas Past.
Yeah. So it's like a ghost, a Christmas ghost Matryoshka.
Yeah. It's like if I'm the Scrooge in that situation, I would start talking with his Ghost of Christmas Past, like, oh, you gotta do better, man.
Step up your game. I believe you.
Like, let's analyze this, like adjusting monocle. Like, why are you like this?
Get out the Ouija board and have it take a seat on the long therapy chair.
Ghost of Christmas Present can still show up, just wander around incorporeal, checking out everyone else's holly plants in the area.
He's unbound now. That Ebenezer Scrooge thing turned out to be a real bust, so I guess I gotta find some other asshole somewhere in the streets of New York. Is there somebody that bought their Christmas presents for their children from Walgreens, or somebody who
It's turning into like a serial killer situation, like Jack the Ripper.
Okay, the Ghost of Christmas Past is not gonna convince Jack the Ripper to change his ways. He's gonna take him. This is the first one, Jack. This is the woman that you stalked to the end of that alleyway, and Jack's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I remember this one. Just like it with the knife here."
Surprisingly,
Like,
not enough is known about Jack the Ripper to even know if he was a serial killer at all.
I was just when you brought up Jack the Ripper just now as an example of a bad person for Ghost of Christmas Past to me, I was assuming you were bringing up the colloquial understanding of just a really bad serial killer and not about to do a historical analysis of Jack the Ripper.
I like that. I like that what we know about Jack the Ripper is a collection of people calling into radio shows or sending letters that may or may not even have been him from the very first murders.
Which is why the Fate Strange Fake version of Jack the Ripper is Deity's favorite, probably fake character.
Probably. Like I just like that. It's very cool. Very cool concept. I feel
We
like
don't
I'm
talk
not
about
finding any notes around here at all.
we don't talk about the apocrypha version of Jack the Ripper in this house.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. I didn't even finish that one.
Yeah, it's not great. I mean, it has some good fights in it, but it's not great. We're not going to turn this into Trace's anime reviews, though, because I could fill up all the remaining time with Rent-A-Girlfriend, and that's not good radio.
Jack the Ripper was actually just an unfortunate soul with really bad gas. His nickname got taken entirely in the wrong context.
Dave, you just swam by fish notes. You realize that, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to get these ones. Like you have to go as fast as you can to collect these. There we go, like that. Got it. Were those the ones you were talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. There's another one in there. So yeah, all we know about Jack the Ripper was that we know specifically
he was the skater boy.
The specific information that from the way that the victims were done with, and is that it was, I don't remember if it was only 2 women or what, but he only targeted women, and he might have been a pervert because their skirts were flipped when their bodies were found. That's all we know.
Wait. Apparently there was a yellow note fish down where we were before.
Oh. Where's the yellow note fish? Oh.
I know about as much as you do. Oh, there's one under the tree hollow, though.
Haha. We gotta smoke before we die. No, we're okay. So what were we on about?
Jack the Ripper was a skater boy. She said, "See you later, boy."
Yeah. It is really interesting in that regard. There's actually some pretty good video documentaries on it. If you, what more could you really say? You can't really say much more because this is basically people calling in on like radio talks and people writing letters, and there was no way to confirm that it was even him. A lot of them actually ended up just being fake in general.
I love you from the ground up, Deity. They were continuing the song lyrics from what I was saying.
Listen.
They were not inviting further analysis of Jack the Ripper.
I mean, it's nice analysis.
No. That's just one of Deity's charm points, is that if he's into the topic, attempts to joke him out of the topic will just bring you deeper into the sand trap. Like, he didn't even register that was a joke. He just was like, "Oh yeah, I get to talk about Jack the Ripper some more."
Okay, this guy respawned.
How do you get in?
Yes, he did. So I'm gonna hit him into that so that he can. Nope. Oh, I spoke with this. Dom and I were talking about music the other, maybe 2 weeks ago, and I spoke to him about how I had a specific song on my playlist for workouts that I was surprised at how banger it was, right? I want you to guess what song this could have potentially been from.
Okay, it's from Grand Blue Fantasy.
No.
Is it a video game song?
Yes, Get Wilder.
Get wilder than that. Is it a video game you've played or talked about
Yes.
before? Is it a dating sim?
No.
A visual novel?
No.
Is it a FPS?
No, but it technically is a shooter.
Okay, so is it a TPS?
Yes.
Is it Splatoon?
No.
Is this a multiplayer focused game?
No.
Oh
It
my
has
goodness.
multiplayer, but it's not multiplayer focused.
Yeah. Is this from the PlayStation 3 generation?
No. One
Is it
before.
from the. Okay, it was a PS2 title.
No.
Or
It's from the generation, but not PS2. I killed that guy brutally. Did you see that?
yeah. Is it a GameCube title?
Yes. Though I think
Is
it
it from
technically
that
was on the PS2, actually. Now that I think about it.
Is this the robot game?
No.
No. Okay.
I think it technically was on the PS2, but I remember it distinctly on the GameCube.
It had multiplayer. It was a third-person shooter.
It had
was on
multiplayer, but it wasn't necessarily multiplayer focused.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Oh my goodness, this is a toughie. I'm kind of out of multiplayer.
Is it Borderlands 1 or 2?
Luigi's...
No, it is not Borderlands.
Is it Luigi's Mansion?
No.
And I swear to God, if you said Luigi's Mansion was a
This is
third-person
workout
shooter.
music.
I might have to yield. I think I'm out of ideas here.
Okay. You can ask like more. You can ask questions I can answer more specifically if you want.
Okay, sure. Let's see. Do you know what year it came out?
2005?
Is it Shadow the Hedgehog?
Yes.
Okay. Ugh, we made it. Looks like we made it.
There is a song in the credits. It's not No More Gods. It's called Waking Up by Julian K, and it is banger workout music.
I mean, Shadow the Hedgehog is roughly half the action.
Shadow the Hedgehog was indeed a third-person shooter. It was a third-person platform shooter.
You have the option to have guns pretty consistent.
It's the main way to fight in that game is to use guns. You are pretty much almost always going to be holding a gun if you're not like actively nerfing yourself.
Step inside my mystery. I am. So which song from Shadow the Hedgehog was it?
I said it was Waking Up by Julian K. It's one of the songs that plays in the credits.
Oh, I see.
It is actual banger workout music. It's probably because it was made by like an actual like music artist. Like yeah, it's fantastic.
How about you put Unstoppable Rainbow Arrow from AI the Somnium Files on your workout playlist? See if you can survive that.
Is that the credit song?
It is, yes.
Oh my god.
There's Unstoppable Rainbow Arrow Iris Edition, which is how it plays in the original.
And then there's the credits one.
Then there's
like
the credits one where all the characters have lyrics. I forget
the
what
assumption
the
that
similar song.
the entire Sega was some style of platform like the original. No, Shadow the Hedgehog is a game where you both do platforming and you have a gun. Yeah, it is. For all people make fun of it, it's actually pretty fun. Like, if you sit down and just play it, the one main problem is that the level design can be ranged from like a bit awkward to really annoying.
I think we may be coming on the wrap-up point. I was hoping to find more of these fish, but it seems like there are not.
I think we're about to finish. We have like 2 schools left.
Okay.
And one of them is over here, so I just gotta find the other one and then we'll wrap it up.
The Unstoppable Rainbow Arrow. I can't wait for AI to. Oh, hey, King. Welcome.
Hello, King. There it is over there.
Yeah. I actually like that there's one with a censor bleep in it. I'm easily amused like that.
I know what word it was censored by actually listening to the song for longer.
I know what word it is too. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah. All right. Well, just go ahead and be mean, I
Well,
guess.
I'm sorry, Deity. I know this was your moment.
This was
Higher
not
and
my
higher you
moment.
take
I'm
it.
just bringing it up.
So higher and higher you take it.
Okay, there's one more school and then we're done.
There's one more fish in this. Okay, yeah, no, you got it.
Um,
Yeah, we are about to wrap up for the night, King. Figure you were epic rating, but
King, did you do more extreme after I left?
yeah.
That one I'm not a big fan of, but I do like the other ones. At least a little bit.
Oh yeah, the new set is out. I got absolutely mollywopped in my rank placements for the new TSC set, so I got to get that. Got to get the set figured out. I ended previous season Emerald 3 though, which is my peak. Pretty happy about that.
Did you clear the extreme then, King?
Yeah, I did.
Yes, good job, Trace.
No, King was playing TFT and watched Domo do it, is what he said.
Oh, okay. TFT is what he said. Yeah, I heard. I read it played it, and I was like,
Um, Dude, I got Unstoppable Rainbow Arrow stuck in my head now, which is a shame because the English version of Unstoppable Rainbow Arrow is not necessarily what one would call a banger. Oh, you lost the other fish.
yeah. So if you don't collect the ones that are grouped together fast enough, they go away. So I got it now. The song's done.
Excellent.
Which is good. My brain is running on fumes right now.
Yeah, we'll get this wrapped up and then we'll be done for tonight. Looks like we got people filing in as we're about to wrap up, but
Love the
yeah,
story
we
arc
got
of the
this.
second tier Arcadia and the Warrior Light just adopts a bunch of cats.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't get Deity started.
they use a bunch of different cats for it, so it's like very different art style cats, and it's like, well, I love you all equally.
Um,
Okay, so
this
let's
was
go
this,
and do
this was a
that.
very good stream. Whenever we start making merch, I think I'm definitely going to be getting a 16-ounce cup of butter T-shirt made.
It's gross. It's gross. 16 ounces of butter. My
It's it's
God.
it's in a styrofoam cup.
Doesn't
You don't
matter.
even see
The
it.
intention
You
of
can
having
pretend.
something in a cup is to drink it. I can feel it sloshing around.
Well,
I
stop
know
sloshing
what's
it
in there.
first off.
Schrodinger's vomit material.
It's a T-shirt of a closed Starbucks cup. You can imagine it's a peppermint mocha, or you can have a nice little frappe, or a little espresso shot. You don't have to get into. It's a
So what,
Schrodinger's butter situation, I would say.
it's a it's a picture of a coffee cup and it says "Go on, have a sip."
Yeah.
And people will wear it
Which
like completely unironically. And it's like, that's a nice shirt. But those who know,
um
they know.
the see when okay, but here's the problem that I'm coming with. When you write a shirt that says "Go on, drink it" on a closed cup of coffee, is we kind of get a kid in a tea situation.
A what?
A kid in a tea. You remember that scene from ReZero where she serves him some tea?
Oh no, bad. No,
Yeah, it kind
bad
of sounds
touch.
like something's been done to it. It kind of sounds like something's been done to the coffee in the cup. Like I don't think people are gonna figure out that it's a stick of well, it's not a stick of butter.
All right,
It's
what would
four
you write on
sticks
the
of
shirt?
but I would just. I mean, I gotta write 16 ounces of butter on there, right?
Pictomancer is dead. Pictomancer is where it belonged from the start, which is below the melees.
Yeah.
It has
Pictomancer is.
party support. The most I would say is it probably should have been above at least a few melees, but for how simple and easy it is, I don't think it deserves to be such a powerful class. Especially because of how good it is in fights with downtime. Anyways,
Yeah.
very irrelevant for anyone who doesn't care about 14.
Well, yeah, we're not here to do class review breakdowns on XIV classes. We would be here all night, and we're not going to be here all night.
So we got the first of 3. I think next time we play, I'll have the full song, and then that is it's into the little slide puzzle dungeon. And honestly, I think we have like 2 streams left. Maybe.
I think Machina should have an offhand defensive item that causes your character to say, "Yo, you wouldn't hit a guy with glasses."
You hit a guy with glasses. I like the original Wreck-It Ralph. Anyways, we're gonna cut it here.
Yep. Okay, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for coming, guys.
We'll try to get a more consistent stream schedule set up sometime in the near future, so we actually have days that we will consistently be here. Other than that, yeah, we will probably be doing it more often.
I mean that we've been doing it more often.
Yeah, we have been. Yeah, I'm sorry about the lies that are on our schedule. We'll do something about that. Yeah. And I guess we'll be doing a cooking competition to see who gets to eat the other guy. So I guess look forward to that.
That schedule was written a long time ago. I gotta fix that.
Okay. Bye. Have a good night.
Yep. Bye-bye.